Our final speaker for the night, have the pleasure of introducing Rabbi Michael Pollack. He's going to be talking about voting rights and gerrymandering. We all know, or we have heard, the campaign talks a lot about how we have fewer voting rights than we did 50 years ago. And Pennsylvania is one of only 10 states where it is legal to gift anything to legislators. Rabbi Michael.
Thank you. 15 years ago, I had my bar mitzvah. And a bar mitzvah is a Jewish life cycle event where you are assigned a portion of the Torah, the 5 books of Moses. And it stays with you for life. And my Torah portion starts with the words, Shoftim v'shotrim titen lecha b'chol sha'arecha, which means judges and officials you shall place in every gate of every city. And the question is, why place judges and public officials in the gate? Well, because back in biblical times, everybody knew where the gate was. You lived in a walled city and you worked in the fields outside. So everybody would pass through the gate twice a day, most people would, but everybody knew where the gate was. It's the most accessible place. Sadly, our government is not accessible. We do not have access to our government. Raise your hand if you think we're living in a democracy. Yep. So I just want to tell you some things that other states do that we do not do. Early voting. Why is it that we have to vote on one Tuesday in November? Why can't we vote on a Sunday afternoon the weekend before? Why can't we vote for the entire month of October? Why do we have to only vote one Tuesday in November? 37 other states have early voting. We do not. Same-day registration. Why do you have to register a month before the election? Makes no sense. Why not register when you show up to vote? 15 other states have same-day registration. You show up to vote. If you're not registered, you register, you vote. Automatic voter registration means that unless you choose to be unregistered, you are automatically registered to vote. If the government knows who you are, you're registered, period. And if you don't think the government doesn't know who you are, wait till the next draft. 13 other states have automatic voter registration. Why do we need a government government-approved excuse to vote by absentee ballot? Why, as an independent, can I not vote in a primary? Why is it that most of our voting machines don't leave a paper trail, so you can't do a recount? Whatever the hackable machine says is the result, is the result. What it doesn't say in Deuteronomy is take 1/2 of this gate, combine it with 1/4 of that gate 2 towns over, and then combine it with 1/4 of another gate 6 towns over. And they'll all have the same public official. That's gerrymandering. Gerrymandering is when we let our politicians draw their own district lines. And they draw them so that they can't lose. We have 253 seats in our legislature. We're expecting a big wave election in a few days. 30 to 40 seats might change. It's because most of the races are not competitive. They're rigged. In Deuteronomy 16:19, the next verse, it says, "Do not take a bribe, because a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and distorts the words of the righteous." We're living in an era of systemic bribery. Our government is run through bribery. In Pennsylvania, you can legally gift anything to any state legislator. That means new cars, tuition payments for kids' private school. It means cash gifts, literally, cash gifts are legal. It means expensive vacations to Bermuda. It means endless wining and dining. It means sideline passes for the Eagles game this Sunday. It means whatever they can come up with is legal. In Pennsylvania, you can make any campaign contribution you want. You can cut a check for $1 million to your favorite state senator. Well, nobody here can do that. But other people do that. And they buy them. They buy our legislators. Bribes blind the eyes of the wise and distort the words of the righteous. So all of this adds up to make Pennsylvania the 5th most corrupt state in the country. We were labeled by the experts, the Electoral Integrity Project, as a, quote, partly free democracy. I don't know what it means to be partly free. I think you're either free or you're not. So we are about to vote in a few days. And voting is important. Can't stress that enough. Voting is important, but it is not enough. We need to be honest about the limits of voting in this current moment in time, and the necessity to build movement power over time. Democracy is organizing all the time. It's building the fusion movement power that the Poor People's Campaign, a national call for moral revival, is building. It's breaking down the divides that corrupt politicians rely on and building the beloved community and a world of justice so that we can survive and thrive. The next line in Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 20, it says, "Justice, justice you shall pursue, you must pursue, so that you may live." The Bible doesn't repeat words often, so why does it say justice twice? One idea is it says justice twice because when we're pursuing justice, that first justice is to go vote, but the second justice is to organize, 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 organize.